It's October 2nd and we are racing the frost. If I show pictures of my garden, it's generally July and August when it's lush and green and the fruits are plump and shiny and pest-free, but not so much the way it is in October. We get some holdouts, and my husband and I are now racing the forecast in order to get the last of our harvest. The one plant actually that's producing more peppers than I could have used in 2 years. So this is the concept of grow to share. And I've shared more peppers than I think all of Chelsea can use. One of the things that has become very obvious is that I have to stay really diligent about tying up my tomato plants, because if anything ripens on the ground, it doesn't do too well. And even though I'm looking at 4 tomato plants that are kind of sad right now, these have given me enough tomatoes to make 8 quarts of tomato sauce and several quarts of salsa. The last of the grape jelly, for both eating and giving away, comes off of our grape arbor, which is just growing on the back of our fence right now. And then there's the carrots. Oh my gosh, I planted 2 rows because the first row didn't look like it was going to do anything back in June or maybe end of May. But I planted a second row and they took off, and we've had more carrots, oh my gosh, and they've been sweet and wonderful, and I'm so grateful for how the carrots grew. But next year I'll be grateful with just 1 row rather than 2. And our blueberry bushes this year, it's the first year that they produced, and we had so many blueberries. But here are the last 4 or 5. Still sweet, but this is it for the blueberries this year. We got we needed some cover from the birds because our birds really liked the blueberries the first couple of years. So we invented these cages, bird cages so to speak, that keeps the birds out rather than in. And the wonder plant, Kale, has been, again, what a great season for Kale. Even though it's been hot and dry, the Kale withstood it all and keeps producing even this late in the season. What you're seeing right now are the nasty leaves that I've got to take off. And then we have the compost pile. Compost pile has been just instrumental in getting rid of all of the junk that we take out of the garden at the end of the season or during the season, as well as replenishing the soil in the garden. And we had pretty rotten, sandy soil when we first started. But every year it gets a little better and a little better, and obviously the produce is showing it because we're getting better yields. Year 2 and year 3 have both been better. I couldn't be more pleased with how much fun it's been and what a good learning experience it continues to be, aside from the fact that it's also humbling. It also shows me how much I enjoy working outside in the sun and in the showers and in the dirt, and how satisfying it is to be able to grow your own produce and your own food and be able to share it with others. I'll have a number of Christmas presents that come out of the garden, so I'm looking forward to that in the next season. This is Linda Mahan, and I, as a novice gardener, and my husband, as a better than novice videographer, are signing off.